Hello students of class 9. In this video I will give or I will rather solve some important SAQ for your upcoming second unit test. Already in the first video, that is important long question type, broad question type video, I have given the syllabus. Again I am repeating: weathering, geomorphic processes, determination of location and resource of India, which include map pointing. Okay. Now let's do some important SAQ. So first, define flow resources and find fund resources. Flow resource, the resources which are available unlimited in nature, they are called flow resources. Example, air, water, sunlight, solar energy, these are flow resources. And fund resources means the resources that are available in fixed quantity, they are called the fund resources. Example, coal, petroleum. And write the differences between flow and fund. One is available in fixed, one is plenty. One is once exhausted cannot be replenished again, and once exhausted can be replenished by nature itself, along with example. Define ubiquitous resources. The ubiquitous resources are those resources which are available everywhere. Everywhere means where you, what example, the air we breathe in, that is a ubiquitous resources. What is sustainable development? Sustainable development is a process by which we can use the resource in such a way that we can conserve it for your future and use generously for our present generation. Okay, this is called sustainable development. What is resource conservation? Resource conservation is a process of conserving or management of resources for present use as well as for future generation. That is, we should use resource or in such a way that we can manage the existence of resources, and so that our future generation can get some of such resources. Next, classify iron ore. What are the classifications? Magnetite, hematite, limonite, siderite. These are the 4 types of iron ore. Along with the iron content, you have to write. What are the uses of iron ore? What iron ores are used? Iron ore are used as steel. It is used for making bridges. It is used for making skyscrapers, railway wagon. Everywhere iron ore is used. Define human resources. Very, very important. Define human resources. Human resources are those resources which are known as by the intellect of human being. It can be, that is, the physical and manpower of us, of human being, are called human resources. Without human resources, resource development process is not possible. Next, why petroleum is called liquid gold? You know that the gold is the very precious metal, and petroleum's cost is as high as gold, so it is called liquid gold. And we can earn foreign exchange also by selling. What are the differences between conventional and non-conventional sources of energy? Conventional, we are familiar. Non-conventional, we are not familiar. They causes environmental pollution. They are environmental free. Once depleted, cannot be replenished. Can be replenished by nature itself. Example, coal, petroleum. Example, solar energy, wind energy. Write short note on geothermal energy. The what are geothermal energy? The energy obtained from the heat of the earth's interior are called geothermal energy. What are the byproducts of coal and petroleum? This is also very important. The byproducts of coal are coal gas, coal tar, etc. And what are the byproducts of petroleum? Petroleum's byproducts are paraffin, aspirin, etc. Next, define denudation and mass wasting. These are the 2 definitions. Denudations are what? Denudation is denuded, that means strip bare. When the rock is exposed, that process is called denudation. Talus or scree means the rock materials that are accumulated at the foothill region of the mountains are called talus or scree. Now, what are regolith? Regolith means the soil, the soil part, it is exposed by the process of weathering the outer layer. The regolith means the disintegrated by weathering removes the loose material and the primary rock bed. This is called regolith. Okay. Next, the difference between physical and chemical weathering. This is also very important and easy definition. And what are included? Physical processes are included like running water, river, glacier, wind, and here chemical disintegration of rock takes place. I think these are all given in your PDF attached with the video. Next, soil erosion. The wearing out of the soil is called soil erosion and gully erosion also. Next, aggradation and degradation. Aggradation is a process of increase of the height of the land, and degradation is a denudation, means decrease of the height of the land. Orogenic and epeirogenic movement. One is a mountain building movement and one is also producing landforms like block mountain, fold mountain, etc. Young fold mountain, old fold mountain, these are the two parts of fold mountain. When the mountain building, old fold mountain means above 200 million years ago, and young fold mountain about 15 to 20 millions of years ago. With example, young fold mountain Himalaya, old fold mountain Aravallis. Any other definition you can also give, no problem. Next, characteristics of volcanic mountain. Volcanic mountain characteristic, they are conical in shape, they have crater, they are apart from primary crater, there are secondary craters. They have one pipe which joint with the magma chamber below, from where the magma comes out from the earth's interior. Next, define rift valley. Rift valley means the valley is in between two block mountain. The down-thrusted part of the block mountain is called rift valley. Example, Narmada valley between Vindhyas and Satpura. Why equator is called the greatest circle? Because it is the greatest possible circle of the earth. Its length is maximum. AM and PM, that is anti-meridian, the time from 12 night to 12 noon is called AM, and 12 noon to 12 night is called PM or post-meridian. Okay, anti-meridian and post-meridian. GMT and in IST means Greenwich Mean Time, which is followed by the time the longitude passes through Royal Astronomical Observatory in London is called GMT, and Indian Standard Time, that is followed in India. The meridians that is passed from through Allahabad 82 degree 30 minute, that is through the middle of India, that is the Indian Standard Time. Next, define axis. Axis is the means the point along which the earth rotates. Time zone, how many time zones are there, and why 180 degrees chosen as ideal. Why 180 degrees chosen as ideal? Because 180 degree to avoid the land masses. If 180 degree is not chosen, then the ideal have to pass through land masses, and if they pass over land masses, there is a problem of time differences problem that you have to write. So here 30 SAQs given. Please note down in your copy and read thoroughly whatever given, the broad questions and SAQ, and you should read properly for your exam, 50 marks exam. So be serious, work hard, and I think all can do well for your examination. Okay, best of luck.